right.
All right, and I'm going to get ready to share my screen so we can see.
That was no insult, Joe, to your musical abilities.
None taken. I gotcha.
All right, how come my screen's not sharing? Hold on here.
Do we need to open the meeting, et cetera, before we go to whatever presentation we have?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Here. All righty. Come on.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, ready to go? All right. Everybody, good evening. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the
The
flag
flag of the United States of
of
America,
America and to the
to the
republic
republic
for which
which
it stands,
stands
one nation, under God, indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we need a motion and a second, please, to move agenda item number 11 as our next order of business.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so I am going to turn it directly over to Claudie, who is prepared to walk you through our first ever virtual staff student recognition ceremony. So go ahead, Claudie.
Thank you so much, Julie. Good evening, everyone. Our annual May staff and student recognition ceremony was postponed with the hope that we could proceed as usual in September. As we are still in a socially distanced virtual world, we have decided to move ahead with our recognitions this evening. Although we cannot all be together in one live space, that won't diminish the reasons we are recognizing these students and staff. First, we'd like to recognize some of our students for their incredible contributions to Eastern Suffolk BOCES and our community. Congratulations to Gabriela Martinez of the Sachem Central School District. Gabriela is a winner of the recent Suffolk County's Sheriff's Office Sandy Hook Say Something Essay Contest. She is a law enforcement student at Milliken Technical Center, and she wrote about the importance of speaking up even when you are afraid. Only 25 entrants were selected as winners from across the entire county. We'd also like to call attention to the talented work of BTC student Angie Ortega from the Riverhead Central School District. Angie's pin design captured 3rd place in the 2020 Skills USA Area 6 Regional Conference. Last year, when Angie developed her winning composition, she was an art, design, and virtual communications student in Talia's Cliff's class. This year, she is road testing animal science, also at Bixhorn Technical Center. By the way, everyone, I'd like to point out that this beautiful portrait of Angie was taken by our professional photography students from Liz Gaffer's class last year. Isn't it wonderful? According to scouting.org, the official website of the Boy Scouts of America, only 8% of Scouts received the rank of Eagle Scout in 2019. Nicholas Tequanto from the Sachem Central School District and an aviation professional pilot student at Bixhorn Technical Center recently earned that elite distinction. In addition to meeting many requirements to earn the Eagle Scout, his final project was the construction of a pen for goats at the Ecological Center in Holtzville. Let's give Nicholas a great big virtual congratulatory pat on the back. Representing Eastern Suffolk BOCES at the BOCES Advocacy Day in Albany this past February, where over 30 student volunteers. Having expressed an interest in learning more about government, these students spent months getting ready for the event by learning about the legislative process and preparing for the role of being an advocate for BOCES and public education. This included attending such events as the Eastern Suffolk BOCES Community Legislative Committee meetings and attending the annual Longwood Legislative Breakfast. While in Albany, the students met face-to-face with the state legislators to have their voices heard about issues that were important to their education and the education of all students in the state. They were exemplary representatives of BOCES and the programs that they are enrolled in. Although some of the students who attended have already graduated, we are proud to recognize them. They are John Smiley IV, Law Enforcement, MTC, District Comswag, Samantha Winter, Auto Production, WTC, District West Hampton Beach. Allison Lacey, Junior Cosmetology, MTC, District Connecticut. Scotty Campbell, Auto Production, MTC, Bayport Blueprint. Daniel Moore, Animal Science, District 3 Village. Brooke Beltram, Cosmetology, District West Islip. Jordan Palmer, Law Enforcement, WTC, District Riverhead. Kaylin R. Miranda Lopez, Nursing Assistant, WTC, District Shoreham Wading River. Michael Sita, Animal Science, BTC, District Hauppauge. Again, congratulations and thank you to all. Now, we'd like to recognize some very special staff for recognitions they have received for outstanding, above and beyond efforts to improve the educational experience and outcomes for the students of Eastern Suffolk BOCES and the region. First, it's my honor to recognize Ida Timmons, who is a school social worker from our Student Assistance Services Program, currently working in the South Country School District. Ms. Timmons is the recipient of the Town of Brookhaven Women's Recognition Award as an outstanding community service professional. Ms. Timmons is described as a staple of the South Country School District's community and is known by all simply as Miss T. She provides intensive support services to the K-3 students in the district. And by meeting kids where they are, giving them her undivided attention, affection, and praise, guides children in crisis to a place of calm where she can communicate with them. She is a model to everyone that relationships need to be built first. When there is a tragedy, she mobilizes her coworkers and her community to provide for those in need. Ms. Timmons also makes home visits to connect families to resources in the community that can assist them, from food to family therapy, language classes to helping families get heat for their home. Ms. Timmons is recognized for going way beyond. Coats, shoes, school supplies, backpacks, and even formal dresses are plentiful in her office. She works with various agencies such as the Boys and Girls Club, Hispanic Counseling Center, the Salvation Army, Island Harvest, and the Lighthouse Mission. She has implemented a backpack program that provides non-perishable foods for children to have over the weekends. She also co-created a welcome night for bilingual families and families new to the school. Ms. Timmons builds cultural bridges by teaching her colleagues about the experiences of their students, while also encouraging families to become involved in their children's school community. Throughout the day, she can be seen moving between classrooms and providing emotional support for anyone who needs it. Up until dismissal time, she could be seen providing a hug, a bag of food, or a verbal reminder to a student that they are loved. Congratulations, Ms. T, on being honored for this prestigious award. You make us all here at Eastern Suffolk BOCES very proud. Teaching at Eastern Suffolk BOCES presents unique challenges to our teachers, and their creativity in meeting those challenges is unmatched. The Gary D. Bixhorn Educational Innovation Mini Grants provide additional resources that enable teachers to meet these challenges in innovative ways that result in improved instruction and student outcomes. This year, 3 grants were awarded. The first grant recipient we'd like to recognize is Laura J. Donovan, teacher of speech and language disabilities at Tecumseh Elementary School. This grant supports students who use various communications systems such as speech generating devices and picture exchange systems. While participating in physically active portions of the school day, such as physical education and recess, these individual devices can be unsafe and when placed aside can become lost or broken, leaving students at a communicative disadvantage. The installation and use of large core communication boards in these highly physical activity spaces will allow students to access vocabulary and concepts to communicate wants and needs while remaining naturally active within the setting. Congratulations to Laura J. Donovan. The next grant was awarded to a team of teachers of speech and language disabilities at Tecumseh Elementary School. This group utilized the grant to develop a toolkit of resources to expand student expression that can be used throughout the year during speech and language sessions. The kits include a manual, evaluation sheets, manipulatives, and stimulus picture cards. This tool will allow students to expand their knowledge and skills from year to year, regardless of which speech therapist to which they are assigned. Congratulations to Nicole Carpeza, Christina Grims, and Deborah Carr. Barbara Purcell, Christy Moore, and Laura Shepard. Another team effort of grant writers this time from Sayville Elementary School, submitted an application to expose students to project-based lessons where they will create art projects, performance pieces, and portfolio work to express their knowledge of the Latin American culture. The Bienvenidos a Latin America project supports students' individual IEP goals for occupational therapy and speech, and will bring the culture of Latin American countries to life utilizing art, music, literacy, geography, and technology. Congratulations to Lorianne Christian, Lisa and Gazer, and Shannon Walker. Next, we're recognizing the participants of the Eastern Suffolk BOCES 2016 through 2020 induction program. This voluntary program is a comprehensive, multi-year process designed to acculturate probationary administrators and educators in the academic standards and vision of our agency. It also provides guidance and support as they work towards their tenure and an opportunity to network with colleagues while learning about the agency's culture and expectations. The areas of focus are orientation, professional practice, professional identity, and well-being. Sessions are customized to meet the needs of the participants. The foremost purpose of any school is the success and achievement of its students. And in 2016, these educators became an integral part of our shared vision and goals. Today, we are recognizing them for completing this 4-year program and joining us in working together to prepare our students, staff, and schools for success. John Akers Jr., teacher of welding. Erin Brady, school social worker. Tara Caputo, teacher of special education. Shannon Catini, teacher of speech and language disabilities. Rachel Christensen, teacher of music. Kerry Clark, teacher of special education. Christine Clifford, teacher of special education. Sean Culver, teacher of students with disabilities, grades 7 through 12, social studies. Mary DiStefano, music, teacher of music. Michael Fink, teacher of students with disabilities, grades 7 through 12, general English. Induction was so successful, Mr. Fink, so successful for Mr. Fink that he is now an assistant principal. Selenia Hines, teacher of speech and language disabilities. Jessica Klein, teacher of students with disabilities, grades 7 through 12, general science. Dr. David Mikowski, school psychologist. Lauren Mestalidi, teacher of students with disability, grades 7 through 12, science. Stephanie Mullen, teacher of the blind and visually impaired. Candace Pama, teacher of students with disabilities, 7 through 12, social studies. Darlene Rastelli Ryan, school psychologist. Jana Talamo, teacher of speech and language disabilities. Taylor Tahar, teacher of welding. Congratulations to all our induction program completers. This next segment pays tribute to the work of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusivity Task Force for the work they have accomplished towards institutionalizing a more equitable and inclusive environment in which we all work and where all students learn. This group of almost 50 individuals worked collaboratively for 2 years to develop actionable goals for the agency. Those goals have been embedded in our strategic plan and are being implemented throughout the agency. Here is a compilation of videos that several members of the task force shared about their experience.
Hello, my name is Lucas Cittadino. I am in the Career and Technical Education Department as a curriculum teacher. I work at MTC, BTC, ICC, and WTC, and being a part of the task force, was a wonderful opportunity because we spent a lot of time identifying issues, but when we got to the gallery walk and broke up into small groups and took quite a bit of time to talk about some possible solutions to issues, it was a really powerful experience for a couple different reasons. One being everybody's voice got heard, and out of a room of several hundred people, your small little group came up with some ideas that maybe other people had already. The other was that it didn't matter what your function within the agency or outside, whether you were a school superintendent or a parent or a teacher, your voice was heard. And we finally got to come up with some solutions that are really carried through to outside conversations.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Vladikin, and I am a data control specialist at the Sequoia location. I had joined the Diversity Inclusivity Task Force simply out of curiosity. As I went to each of the meetings and we listened to the experts and we watched videos, what resonated the most with me was the stories of the individuals from Eastern Suffolk BOCES community and our local school district community. These individuals opened up their hearts and their experiences to a bunch of strangers. And these stories opened up my heart and my eyes to the frustration and the hurt and the anger that exists. I have learned to watch my words, and I have also learned to continually include people that are excluded or feel excluded.
Hi, my name is Michael Green. I'm a senior office application specialist in the West Hampton Beach offices. I've always been involved in the struggle for fair housing to combat housing discrimination on Long Island. So I was very pleased, intrigued, and somewhat skeptical of the formation of a diversity, equity, inclusivity task force. The skepticism disappeared on my first meeting. This is a serious effort. We have tackled quite a few issues, but what struck me was the encouragement to speak out about situations that do not promote inclusivity. Speak out to promote anti-racist discussions. And most of all, speak out about my experiences with institutional racism. I commend the forward thinking of our leadership, Julie Lutz and David Wicks. And I am proud of my fellow task force colleagues that are working to educate on the benefits, challenges, and rewards of a society that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive. Thank you, Task Force. Thank you, Eastern Suffolk BOCES.
Hola, my name is Elizabeth Silva. I'm a special ed teacher with bilingual certification at West Hampton Beach Learning Center. This year, my class of 6 is in the pre-voc program, and my students are nonverbal. It's been fantastic to be part of this team of persons that have helped to bring the topic of diversity and inclusivity to come out into the open, to include more people to be aware of this topic. It has been great to bring to my class team, and to others. The tools and resources that have come through the BOCES website have been really instrumental. And we've come a long way, but we have a long way to go still, especially these days. And it's a really great thing to be a part of this team, and that BOCES administration has given this topic time and place for growth. Thank you so much.
Sue and I used the information that we gained at the DEI task force to discover books with an emphasis on diversity.
We sent our students out to Prim and to Sayville to read the books. Little did our students know that they were getting a lesson in diversity and inclusivity.
Congratulations to all the members of the Eastern Suffolk BOCES DEI Task Force. Our final group to be recognized are the 2020 Eastern Suffolk BOCES Lighthouse Award winners. Each year, 4 outstanding individuals are carefully chosen for this award in the categories of paraeducator, educator, administrator, and community service. The criteria for this award is an employee whose actions reflect the mission of this agency. They have created a legacy of distinction, positivity, and a never-ending pursuit to transform lives. They embody the reason that this award was established: to unselfishly fulfill the agency's mission, goals, and beliefs. All of the Lighthouse Award winners embody the agency's beliefs, mission, and goals. Most evident is that these individuals believe the quality, equitable outcomes depend on the collective effort of a diverse, inclusive, well-developed, and motivated workforce, and they represent the highest level of quality. On behalf of the Board of Cooperative Educational Services, I'm delighted to present our recipients with this much respected recognition. Although our Lighthouse Award recipients were recognized virtually on May 20, 2020, we thought it best to highlight them again at our September recognition ceremony. Mrs. Longo is a highly effective teacher assistant who routinely goes well beyond her typical classroom duties to support her students and colleagues. Mary facilitated a partnership with Island Harvest to create the food bank at Sequoia High School for students and families. She also advocated to extend their generous food distribution program to provide breakfast and lunch to students who attend summer school. Mary has taken on the organization and management of the school store, which provides an incentive to reward students who perform well on the school-wide behavior system. Mary has served as a para-mentor for the past 3 years, supporting other teacher assistants in their professional quest. Mary serves on the school's shared decision-making committee and the agency-wide EAP and Bright Ideas Committee. She has also served as the building representative for paras for the past 10 years. Mary has represented the voice of BOCES and public education by attending Advocacy Day in Albany to support efforts to shine a light on the good work that boards of cooperative educational services offer. Please join me in congratulating Mary Longo and thanking her for her efforts. Although recently retired, personality, style, and love for her work won't soon be forgotten. Helene embodies all the qualities that the image of the lighthouse conjures. She stands out. She provides guidance and leadership and exudes a light and warmth that has drawn others to her and provided them with a sense of safety and hope. Her enthusiasm in the classroom was contagious and everyone in her presence, both students and staff, benefited from the loving and stimulating environment she created for learning and growing. Her leadership in the classroom brought everyone together in service to her students' needs and strengths. She was a blessing in the lives of all of her students and to the program in which she worked for 33 years. Helene has left a loving legacy behind. We wish her much love and good luck in her retirement. As the program administrator for the Suffolk Regional Information Center's Financial and District Services and Distance Learning Programs, Tim Murphy leads and supervises a number of programs upon which regional component districts depend. Coming from the business sector, Tim is a numbers and data person, quietly taking it all in, analyzing and applying his metrics to planning and decision-making. Over the years, Tim has worked with his team to build network services that service the region. Tim is known to be intelligent, cooperative, patient, adorable, and thoughtful. He is an experienced and respected administrator and leader. Join me in congratulating Tim Murphy for his award. Our next recipient is Luke Mahoney. Luke Mahoney was nominated for the 2020 Lighthouse Award in the category of community service because he embodies the meaning of giving and caring. Each year, he coordinates a host of St. Baldrick events, ensuring we top our previous fundraising efforts to support research of cure for childhood cancers. To date, he and his team, including his students and alumni, have raised over $125,000 for the cause. His involvement in Autism Speaks fundraising initiatives brought a whole new level of excitement to our efforts. He produced and directed 2 talent shows, which raised more money for an Autism Speaks fundraiser thus far. He has volunteered to be the master of ceremonies for an annual Fran Cook Scholarship fundraising event each spring in honor of a former colleague and to benefit our blooming cosmetologists and their families. Luke Mahoney is the embodiment of what this award means. Community service runs through his veins. He sets the bar high for all of us to measure up. Congratulations on your award. Congratulations to all of you who have been recognized tonight for your contribution to Eastern Suffolk BOCES and for providing educational services to transform lives. I would like to thank the Office of Communications for the development of this presentation and the creation of the certificates, as well as the hardworking support staff for the organization and organizing the award recipient lists and information for this ceremony. Thank you to the board for all of you who have joined us virtually to celebrate our award recipients this evening. Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you for those who jumped on to watch your colleagues be celebrated. thank you, Rich, and thank you, Claudia, actually, for all of the work putting that together. And Rich, I think we can stop the live stream.